Hi, welcome to episode 23 of the Mel-Tran Designs podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Anansi on Ravelry and on Plurk. I am Mel-Tran Designs. Today is, what is today? Wednesday, May 22nd, 2013. To all of you who are new, welcome. Thank you for trying out my show. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy our time together. Grab your knitting or spinning or whatever it is that you're going to work on, and let's get started. All right, happenings this week. I have show notes again. Trying this whole, being prepared thing. No idea what that was, just spelled it. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying out this whole being prepared thing. It's kind of new, whatever. Anyway, so this week on Saturday, I would knit with you, but I don't have my knitting sitting here, so I'll just talk. Saturday, we were busy. That's why I look a little bit like Rudolph here. We were so busy I forgot to put sunscreen on. So, anyway, I didn't even put makeup on today. Hope you guys understand. I do have my glasses back, though, if you didn't notice. They were gone, and now they're back. So happy. I mean, I like my contacts just fine, but I'm very happy to have them back. If you can hear kind of a humming in the background, it's cold here today. It dropped. Temperature dropped again. So the heater turned on. Anyway, I don't know how. It feels like it's warming up pretty well, so it should be turning off pretty soon. Anyways, so Saturday, we started out going to the farmer's market, and we bought. Let me grab this right here. We bought these neck coolers. There's a lady that makes them, and it just looks like a strip of fabric at first, but inside it are these beads. I don't know if you can hear them or not. They're not very loud. Anyway, what you do is you soak this in water, and these beads absorb the water and stay cool. So you can tie it around your neck and be nice and cool while you're outside gardening or walking or riding or whatever it is that you're doing, or just going to events or whatever. It keeps you nice and cool. So we wanted to get these. Jake already has one for riding his bike and stuff. We wanted to get one for the kids and myself because we're going to be hiking this year. So we thought it would be good to have when we go hiking to help keep us cooled off. So this is, pretty sure this is Anansi's. It has cats on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hers because she loves cats. I don't know where Kyan's is. Eli's is in the bag still. His is a Buzz Lightyear. And surprise, surprise, mine has sheebies. So as you can see, it's mostly white ones, and then the black sheep every once in a while shows up. So anyway, they're really nice to have, and I'm sure we'll get lots of use out of them this year. After the farmer's market, we went to a parade that was here in town. It's every year the weekend, the third weekend in May, and it's called Parade America. It's been going on for, I'm trying to remember, 50 or 60 years. It started, oops, I pulled on the right one. Sorry, my shelf bugging me. It started, I don't know, in like the 50s or 60s or something, I don't know. Anyway, and it's just to celebrate America and our veterans and stuff like that. And I think they do it the weekend before Memorial Day so that people can still go out of town and whatnot during Memorial Day weekend. So anyway, we went to that. There were a lot of people in that that parade. It was long. That's, I think, where I got most of this. And it was all, like, my whole face. Yeah, anyway. Lots of candy. Oh, my gosh, the kids got candy. Anyway, after the parade, we had, for our dance studio, it was Student Appreciation Day out at a park, and they had inflatables and food and games and all sorts of stuff like that. So more stuff outside. Just cooking more and more. It ended up not being too bad. My forehead was tender for probably Sunday and Monday, and then it wasn't too bad. So anyway, yeah, so that was, yeah, you can come here. Don't kick over my tea. Eli wants to say hi.
Hi.
Thanks, bud. Do you want to sit on my bed with me? Have fun. So yeah, that was Saturday, and then Sunday after church we went to my dad's house for just a little while, and then went over to Jake's coworker's house. She's from India and is going to be leaving in the next couple of weeks, and wanted to have everyone over for real Indian food. I like Indian food, so I was really excited, and she said she was going to mild it down for us. Yeah, her version of mild is not very mild. The kids couldn't eat anything. I was able to eat some, but since I found out that I am lactose intolerant about a year and a half ago, so have pretty much cut dairy out of my life except for some lactaid milk that I have on cereal and some lactose-free yogurt that I add to my smoothies in the mornings. I don't really have dairy, and that's what helps to coat your stomach. For me, anyways, what helped to coat my stomach when I would have spicy things. So now spicy foods really irritate the lining of my stomach. So not only was the food hot, then I ended up not feeling well. She had ice cream, so I very happily ate one of my lactaid pills and ate some ice cream to try to coat my stomach a little bit, but oh, I was really bummed. I was so excited, and then it was like, oh, huge letdown. But it wasn't her fault. She really did make it mild compared to what she usually makes it, and she had no idea. You know, she doesn't have kids, so she has no idea what kids can eat. And if they were her Indian kids, they would have been able to eat this stuff and probably been complaining that it was too mild. So, you know, it's just one of those cultural things, and no fault of her own. And I was very appreciative that she went to all the work that she did, because there was a lot of food there. So yeah, I was thankful. I just couldn't really eat it. So anyway, such is life. Then Monday, I got to chaperone Anansi's field trip to the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center, which is in Baker City, Oregon. That was really cool. It was 130 miles away, so I got to, you know, tack on 260 miles onto my car on on Monday, but that's fine. My friend Amanda went with me, and we actually went ahead of the kids and ate breakfast at the little restaurant that I talked about when I went up to Coeur d'Alene. And yeah, we had breakfast and then met the kids over there, and that was a busy day. I just had the three girls, but you know, they had a scavenger hunt they had to do, find answers to all these questions within the museum, and then there were covered wagons that they could go play in, and I got some really cute pictures. I will put them on at the end. Super, super cute. Then we went back inside, and they had kind of a mock wagon with all of these things, like, here's all the things you could take, what should you take, and they have dress-up clothes, and that's kind of how we ended the day. Oh, we had lunch in there too. Bought a couple things at the gift shop. I didn't really have a lot of spending money, so I got a couple of postcards, and, well, since I'm talking about it, I was going to show it in acquisitions, but it's not that big of a deal. They had these really cool antler buttons, and it's about an inch diameter, and I just really liked the look of it, and so I just bought one because they were $2 each, which isn't horrible for buttons. But like I said, I didn't really have any spending money, so I thought it would be a fun accessory for like a hat or something, or a headband or something, but not the back of a headband. I would want it where it would be shown. But anyways, yeah, so I grabbed that while I was there. Then I was off all day yesterday. I was just like, oh, Today feels like Monday, but it's not because I've already lived Monday. Sorry, I'm moving around. My foot keeps starting to fall asleep. So I'm going to adjust here and there. I should get like a little chair to sit on or something. Anyway, if I'm going to stay recording right here. Anyway. And that brings us to yesterday, which brings us to today. And here we are together again this week. Coming up, I guess I could call it happenings to be. I have a hat class that I'm going to be teaching starting next week, which is May something or other, 7, 8, 9, 30th. Does that sound right? Yeah. Thursday, May 30th, Thursday, June 6th, and Thursday, June 13th. In Meridian. If you live around here and are interested in it, we are going to be making a newsboy style hat. It's a really great pattern, and yeah, that'll be fun. So if you want some information on it, if you're one of my local viewers and would like to know about it, send me a PM or an email or something and let me know. This weekend, Sunday and Monday, is Fiber Train here in Nampa. If you're close enough, please drive over. All you Boise people I know, well, not all. I know there are a few of you in Boise and the surrounding areas around here in the Treasure Valley who watch. Please come. It's going to be so much fun. I think it starts at 9 or 10. I'm wanting to say 9 and goes until 7. There's going to be vendors. There are classes you can take. There's going to be food. Anyway, it'll be lots of fun. I'll be there. That's worth it, right? Anyway, if you see me, I have some things that I can give out that I'll show you later. You can ask for because I will have them with me. All right. Then after Fiber Train is the Zombie Knit Apocalypse. They have closed registration. They decided to cut it off on Monday the 20th just so they could really make their final preparations and whatnot. I think day passes are still available though. I think it was for the if you were going to be going on to the whole thing. But if you live close enough to drive in, you can still get a day pass. And that is June 20th to the 23rd. And then I will be in Minneapolis with my mother-in-law from the 23rd to the 26th. And the 26th is a Wednesday. And I will be available that day if you happen to live over there. I'm just going to kind of be hanging out most of the day. This hair that it's like a fuzzy or a flyaway or something keeps catching in my eyelashes. Oh. Okay, after that is Tour de Fleece, which starts on June 29th and goes through July 21st. I will be on a team, or yeah, I guess that's what it is. I have a team that I'm going to be on, and I plan to work on my rainbow bags. I've decided that my goal is going to be to finish those. I also plan to work on them at Fiber Train this weekend when I need to take a break and sit down. I'll have my wheel with me and whatnot. So anyway, Tour de Fleece. And then during the Tour de Fleece, I am starting an Even Star knit along on July 1st, and that goes until ? Which means it goes until you're done. I don't care if I have that thread open for the next 5 years. It's a great pattern, and it'll be a lot of fun to have people to knit it with, and please join. After that, from August 1st to September 30th is going to be Knit with Handspun knit along. And I have someone who has contacted me who wants to donate a prize. So when I get that from her, I will show it to you. And I have a couple of prizes that I'm kind of working on, and if you have something you would like to donate as a prize, let me know. So anyways, that is what I have coming up. Well, what we have coming up, if you're going to join in on any of those. I have one of those at least one of those every week. So let's talk about the knitting, shall we? Works in progress. I have a test knit that I'm doing for Josh Ricks. It's called Bumper Crop. Apparently my gauge is so huge compared to his. Calls for a size 4. I cast on with a size 4. I thought, well, if I run out a little early, I'll just bind off, no big deal. I ran out way early. I ran out of 156 grams of Volmisa, which is like 540 yards. And I ran out in chart 2 and section 2 out of like 5 or 6. So I didn't, yeah, I'm not sure how my gauge is that much bigger. I've noticed that with Volmisa I do tend to knit a little bit more loosely. I don't know if it's the smoothness of the yarn, which it could be. But I think that combined with the fact that I usually do go down a needle size, but I was like, it's a shawl, yeah, whatever. Should have gone down a needle size, maybe even 2, not a huge deal. I talked to Josh about it, told him that I ran out of yarn, but I will show you what I'm doing to compensate for that. So what I have done, which I decided just to bind off, and this that's hanging is all that I had left. I was getting a little worried on the bind off row. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I was able to get the wheat section and then the mountains, and then it was going into this next section of textured stitches. I think that's showing up. So, here, let me hold it like this just to make sure. So there's the wheat, and then here's the mountain section. Can you see that? It's in the slipped stitches. And then, oh, here, let me, hard to see, I apologize. Let me see if I can, there we go. You can see it a little bit. You can really see it in person. I mean, it doesn't like jump out at you, but it's good. I'm gonna move this up. I just moved onto my knees. There we go. That's a little bit more comfortable. So what I'm gonna do, because I mean, this is a good size piece here, you can tell, but it does go in, because that's the shaping. So last night I was kind of playing with it, and I could kind of wear it as a shawl, but because it's different here, because it goes out, what I decided to do is I'm going to sew this together down the side, and it's going to be a nice big cowl that I could also kind of pull up over my ears if I needed to. Anyway, I really like it for that, and I think it'll be good. So so there's kind of the first half of the shawl. So what I did, so I can continue to test knit it for him, is I cast on as many stitches as I had when I left off, and I'm going to knit just a few rows of garter stitch for the base, and then I'll just finish it, and it tapers down like this, and so I'll have a nice little scarf too, which I'm kind of happy to have that, because I'm going to love this as a cowl, and I'm going to enjoy having another scarf, and I get to get 2 skeins of lace weight out of my stash. What I'm doing is holding them doubled. It's 2 different colors of, well, it's Legacy Lace by Brown Sheep. It used to be yellow, and then I over-dyed it. So I have a red, and it's not a true, it's actually kind of purpley, kind of burgundy brown. And the 2 of them together look really cool. You won't be able to see a whole bunch, but anyway, so lots of benefits from that. I get a new scarf, I get a new cowl, and I get yarn out of my stash. I am going through and getting rid of stuff. It needs to be cleaned out. Last night in the VKN, I was like, okay, people, who likes this? Okay, who likes this? You want this? And I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 skeins given away just last night in the VKN. And there weren't even that many people, but Josh took 6 skeins, because it's 3 skeins each of this Louisa Harding willow tweed. anyway, he's going to design with it. It's great yarn, and I keep hoping to use it, and I just don't think I ever will. So, you know, you have to kind of admit when you're not going to and move it along to someone else. And I'm just going to take that to him, and I have a couple skeins for Lisa and a skein for Haley that I'll just take with me to Fiber Train. Zombie Knit Apocalypse. Anyway, this is on size 4 still, and this is in my bag that Haley made me. No one has been bugging her about making them a bag. Hello? Do you see how awesome this half and half bag is? Did you see how I had it folded in half so you can just work right from it? Has a toggle, not a toggle. What is this thing? Clasp thingy, whatever. It holds it closed. Really good quality. Awesome awesomeness. Please tell her you want one. Okay, moving along. I have my Rider skinny scarf still on the needles because I had some other things that I needed to work on this week, but I did like take it to church and stuff like that. So I do have a considerable amount more done than last week. I think I actually like doubled it. And I still have about this much left, which will be a decent amount because it's only a 6 row repeat. So anyways, this is on size 6s, which is a 4.0 millimeter. This yarn is Malabrigo Silky Merino in the raspberry colorway. And like I said, the pattern is called Rider, R-Y-D-E-R, Rider Skinny Scarf. It's a free Ravelry download. So anyway, moving along. The last thing I've been working on is the orange hat that I've been designing. And I am done with the body and ready for the decreases. Yay! Which is why there isn't more work done on it, because I was working on it the night that I was teaching on Monday night, and I wasn't going to be trying to design and sit there and think. So, and try to teach. So here it is. Not going to open it up for you till it's done. That color is not showing right. So much prettier. That is actually making it kind of yellowy. It's not. It's more of a red. So more of a red orange. So anyway. Oh well. The yarn is Cascade Heritage, and it's on size 3, which is a 3.25 millimeter, and I hope to have more of that done next week. Alrighty, what's next? No FOs. Not a zilch. Zilch. I think that's drink time. Nada, zip, zilch. Anyway, moving on to spinning. There's a little bit of spinning. When we were, oh, wait, stop, rewind. I have one more work in progress. See, I have notes in front of me and I still totally screw up. So, do you guys remember the special colorway that Mary Gale dyed for me? She's from Spartacus Dyes. She dyed it for me, and it was just the two of us that have this special colorway. Well, we are both knitting together, and I didn't show you the color, but I can now because I'm knitting with it. She named it Tipping Point, and what we are making is called the Wave Capelet. It is not a difficult pattern to knit. What's difficult is paying attention enough to it that you don't have to rip out every time you have one of the elongated garter rows, because I'm having to knit them twice a lot. Anyway, let me see if I can get the color to show it better by just holding it in the skein. That's gray. To me it's looking a little blue on the screen, but the green is actually coming across quite nicely, actually. But there you go. I am really enjoying the color. Like I said, the pattern is not hard, and it looks kind of funny right now, but it'll all work out. This is also on size 6s, US 6 4.0 millimeter. This is her Will and Grace base. If you're wanting to buy yarn from her. I really, really enjoy it. I thought I had my tag. Oh, here it is. Okay. It's Spartacus dyes, Will and Grace sock, 80% superwash, merino, 20% nylon, about 100 grams and about 400 yards. So you can go to spartacusdyes.etsy.com. It's just some really neat colors. All right. Now fast forward back to spinning. Ready? Okay. Bit of spinning because I knew that we would be standing for the parade and I didn't want to knit. I mean, I can knit while I'm standing up, don't get me wrong, but I thought, hey, perfect time to do some drop spinning, right? So I have had this, there's fuzzies coming off the fleece. I've had this pigtail of Earthen Hues going for quite some time because I haven't used my drop spindle in quite a while. It is, like I said, it's a pigtail, and if you're new, let me show you what they look like. They're little 1 ounce braids of fiber that Greenwood Fiber Works puts out, and they're great for drop spinning, in my opinion, because I don't like to commit to a 4 ounce braid on a drop spindle, but I can commit to 1 ounce. So this one, like I said, it's called Earthen Hues. It's not even an ounce. I totally lied and I didn't mean to. It's 0.4 to 0.6 ounces, so essentially half an ounce. It says pigtails, mini hand painted, Polworth wool, Earthen Hues, and it's greenwoodfiberworks.etsy.com. Let me let me see if I can untape this so I can show it to you guys. Her colors aren't kind of my usual colors that I go for because they're more muted, but I loved that I could buy 10 different ones, and well, I could have bought less than 10, but there was a deal if you bought 10. Who doesn't want a good deal, right? So here's what her little ball band looks like. Okay. Yep, it is 66, and it's greenwoodfiberworks.etsy.com. Again, just so you know. All right, so I have finished the first half, and I wound it off with my Nosta pin. I always make it a little tight around here just so the whole thing doesn't fall in. Oh, I guess it's upside down. So the whole thing doesn't fall in. I love these little Easter egg looking guys that the Nosta pin creates. And this, it was spun on my green sleeves spindle. It's out of tulip wood that I got at the retreat in March, and this is my matching Nosta pin. So anyway, not a ton, but it's going to join. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't see it there. It will join these guys. Ah, this is just one of them. Okay, I had the others sitting here. Anyway, I'm going to do a whole bunch of them and then make them into a scarf, because I'm getting a fingering weight to play. So anyway, I'm just bouncing all over the place today, aren't I? Okay, moving along. That goes on that side. Design corner. This is where I sit and talk about my designs, obviously. You know about the orange hat that I've been working on. I really hope to have that done this week. I can't guarantee it because I do have some obligation knitting that I need to finish. The test knit, the wave capelet needs to be done by the retreat. I still need to make a softie for the retreat and some fingerless mitts as a gift. So I'll be using this yarn for those, and I love it. Anyway, that's beside the point. Moving along. So I can't guarantee that I will. I probably will at least work on the math, but I don't know that there will be any progress made knitting-wise. I don't know why the right side keeps coming up. The other thing is, do y'all remember this bag? From so long ago. This is where my blue sweater has been living. And I don't want to pull the sweater out because it's nice and nestled in there. It's out of this yarn, which is from Briar Rose Fibers. She's awesome. This yarn is so affordable because you get a crap ton of yardage. Anyway, so it has kind of worked its way back into the front of my brain, and I think I'm going to change part of it. I'm still figuring out if I for sure want to do that. But anyway, it's there. It's in my head. Expect progress on that. Probably after the retreat, or maybe before if I finish stuff quickly. So anyway, what can I do for you,
When you're done recording, can you give me something to eat?
Yeah. Do you want to sit here by me?
Sure.
Okay, so that's all I have design-wise. Acquisitions, I just have two things. The antler button that I showed you. I can't have you lean on me though. Sit up right here. And da 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 da. Don't Eli. Buttons. They came. Stop, please. They came and they look awesome. I know it's not. It's gonna fall out of my hand. I know it's not gonna focus, but I can at least hold it up so you can see it better. And then up around here it says knitting, not just a hobby, but an obsession, just like my logo does there. Anyway, they turned out wonderful. I got 100 of them. So I have some people that I need to mail a couple out to, and I will be carrying them with me at fiber events and things like that. And lastly, what I wanted to talk to you about today is I have some yarn that I'd like to get rid of. I'm instead of putting it up on a D-stash, because I'm really sorry. There's a woman walking her dog who walks her dog every day at this time. I just wish she'd go that way around the block instead of the way she's going, because then the dogs wouldn't bark at her. Anyway, I have some yarn I want to get rid of, and instead of putting it up in a D-stash, I'm going to show it, and if you want it, you can have it free. Just pay for shipping, and I will get the cheapest possible shipping that I can to you. All right? So, and I can tell you, I don't know if that'll be good on the, I can tell you exactly how much I have of all of these because I have a yarn scale right there. Okay, first, I have some Patton's Croy Socks FX. 2 skeins, they're full. This one just doesn't have the ball band on it. 2 full skeins, which means there's 100 grams total, which would be 300 and, let me see, 32 yards. Okay, there's those. Second, I have some other Patton's Croy Socks jacquards. This one has been banded up or caked up. In order for me to ship it smaller, I'll hank it and then send it to you. Here's what this one looks like. It's stripes. It's a blue stripe. Stop, please. A navy blue stripe, a light blue stripe, and then like a blue and white polka dotted stripe. Okay. Next, I have some toe footsies. I have a whole skein of this turquoise and black, plus this much of a skein. Let me weigh it. I should have done that before I recorded. It's 37.5 grams. So 30%, 37% of the 100 grams. So anyway, more than a quarter of another skein. So there you go. And this is superwash wool, soy silk fibers, cotton, and chitin, which is like a sea thing. Anyway, it helps be antibacterial. There's 425 meters, which is what, 465 yards, plus this. So you have at least another 100 yards here, so you have 575 yards-ish, plus a little bit, but anyway, there's that. And these actually retail for like 17 bucks. So then I have, this is another skein of Tofutsi that has been caked up in it. This is more of a magenta raspberry kind of color. You can see that it has the darker red in it as well. This is the yarn that I used for the wisdom mitts and the original Royal Iris. It's showing up blue on the screen because the computer is casting a blue tone. Let me, you know what? I wonder. I just turned down how bright my screen is. Why haven't I thought of that before? Does that look more purple? It looks more purple to me on the the dark screen that I have. It's different shades of purple, and it's beautiful. And it's 75 grams out of 100 grams skein. So that would be, shoot, I think there were 375 yards, so 3/4 of that. I'll let you do the math. It's not hard. Just take like 175 yards off. It doesn't matter. I used it to, what did I use it to make? A second. It doesn't matter. 75 grams. This is a merino cashmere silk. Very nice. This is from the Sassy Sheep in their Wisdom colorway. Let me, you know what I wonder? I'm going to hold this orange hat back up, see what it looks like in that. Oh, it's still looking kind of yellow. Bummer. Oh, just curious. All right, moving along. 37 minutes. Just have a couple more things. I have two skeins here. These are exactly the same. This one is just more loosely wound, but this one isn't tight like Ruin the Yarn tight. It's just tighter than this one. These are two full skeins of Kramer Yarns Fountain Hill brushed mohair. It's actually 80% acrylic, 20% mohair. It's surprisingly soft. Like, I don't like mohair. I think it's itchy. I can put this on my neck. I wouldn't like wear a whole sweater out of it necessarily, but it's very nice. Nice, huh? There's 560 yards in a skein, and it calls for a size 1 to 3, but you could use something bigger, obviously. Anyways, it doesn't feel like it's 80% acrylic. It's higher quality acrylic than normal. So anyway, you can see that there's sparkles in it. Great holiday colors. Anyways, I'm just never going to use them. So there's that. If you want any more information about any of these, or if you just want to say, hey, I have dibs, let me know. First come, first serve, and I'm going to be fair about it. Honestly, the first person that contacts me, and we'll just do it, and I'll get it out in the mail. Lickety splickety. Lastly, to end the show, do you notice this beautiful jewel that's holding my shawl together? I usually don't wear shawls with t-shirts, but this is called a shawl gem. And it's made, if you watch Katie, who's JetGirl1313, her podcast is called Knitting on the Fly. Her mom has started to make these, and she is Tix, T-I-X, Tix Trinkets, T-R-I-N-K-E-T-S, Trinkets, yeah, on Etsy. She hasn't opened her shop yet. It is going to be, sorry, I have mohair like in my nose now. Her shop will be opening June 1st. These shawl gems will be $12.50 plus whatever the shipping will be. I don't know what that is. I asked if I could have a teal one. Surprise, surprise. So here it is. I will also be trying to get a black one, a kind of clear one that will match anything, and probably a brown one. So I have more of these coming in my future, and I still have an Etsy gift certificate from my birthday. Woo-hoo. Anyway, you can see that this is holding my shawl on. This is a little bit different than other people have shown holding their shawls on, and I'll show you a couple different things, but before I take it off, I want to explain why I have it this way. This particular shawl kind of swoops in like this. So what I did was I crisscrossed them evenly, and then I took this little alligator clip that's on the end, here, and I'm going to brighten my screen back up. And I put it through just one strand here and just one, one piece of yarn, not like one strand of the ply or anything. So it's loosely, not loosely attached, but it's, I didn't poke any holes or anything. I just went through one yarn and then one yarn. And I did that on this side as well. And so it's crisscrossed here, but it's not going to fall off and fall open. Another way that you can wear this, if you have a shawl that doesn't crisscross like this, let's say it kind of closed this way, you could just take this and clip it here and clip it here. And sorry, it kind of disappears in my shirt there, but you can see it adds a little bit of decoration, but it doesn't take away from your shawl, and it holds it on, so you can be moving around and your shawl's not going to be falling all over the place. Plus, sometimes you don't want to have to tie your shawl to keep it on or whatever. So anyway, there's that. Another use is on all of those very popular sweaters that are being made right now. This one's my vodka lemonade, that don't have buttons or button bands, but you would like them to keep closed. You can fasten here, and my vodka lemonade is not probably not as wide as this, and I actually was wondering if she would be willing to make maybe a shorter one that was like this much taken out, so that way it could be, but I could still, because I don't always like to have such a big kind of placket right here. Oh, you know what? You could even clip it kind of here and here and have it be kind of like a clasp. What's it called? I think it is a clasp. Sorry, anyway. You could just clip right here. And right here. And there you go. So then your sweater's on, and it's not going to be flapping all over the place, which that does happen to me, you know, as I walk around and whatnot, it will just kind of flap open or whatever. So anyway, there you go. And you could even probably use two of them if you really wanted to. But yeah, I think I will see if she'll do a custom one that's maybe about an inch shorter. I think that'd be cool. Or even, anyway. So once again, it's tixtrinkets.etsy.com, and it will be opening June 1st. And let me see, I don't know that there's really much else to say about it. The quality is really good, and there's nothing on it that can snag except for, you know, the part that you clip. And even then, it's not huge. You probably can't see that. It's not huge teeth. It's just ones that are small enough to grab on, but they're not going to rip your knitting. And it's kind of decorative. You can see there. And there's nothing you can snag on. It's all smooth, and yeah, really, really well done. I'm very happy that I got a chance to review it, and I'm really happy to have it. I've been showing it around. I had it at knit night, and I showed it to the gal that I teach on Monday nights, and people are wanting them. So I have a feeling I'm going to have a hard time getting one, let alone 3. I will be there on June 1st ready to order though. Just saying. So anyways, thank you to Katie and her mom for allowing me to test this out and do a review on it. tixtrinkets.etsy.com. That is all I have for you today. I hope you have, I'm getting warm, even though it's cold outside. I hope you have a wonderful week and weekend, and I hope the sun is shining on you, keeping you warm because it's been cold again. Anyway, have a wonderful week and weekend, and feel free to contact me if you need to on Ravelry, Plurk, or email me at melissa@meltrandesigns.com. So until next time, keep knitting. Bye!